This morning, we are taking a closer look at school attendance and the epidemic of absenteeism. It is on the rise since the pandemic, and it's putting millions of American children at risk of falling behind. In the 4 years since the pandemic closed schools, education has struggled to recover. Today, almost 15 million children across the U.S. from grades K through 12 are chronically absent, defined as missing at least 10% of the school year, or about 18 days. So why aren't kids showing up?
And they could be really as serious as the loss of a caretaker to healthcare issues or to tragedy, or something as simple as not having access to uniform or school supplies that might lead to bullying or shame for students.
Lou Marcuzes was a middle school principal in Las Vegas during and after the pandemic.
Being a COVID principal, the attendance truly was the biggest impact. Students just weren't physically being engaged anymore in the educational process, weren't attending, and they just started slowly becoming disengaged in their school community.
As the superintendent of the Lewisville, Texas school district, Dr. Lori Rapp has seen it firsthand.
Our kids were finding themselves in situations where they weren't able to come to school, which might mean they didn't get a meal that day, which might mean they didn't get some emotional support from a teacher that day.
30% of students in Lewisville are economically disadvantaged. Attendance rates here dropping from 97% to just 90% after the pandemic. The impact is great.
You're not in school and you're not staying on track with reading and literacy and social skill development. It can impact your ability to ultimately graduate on time.
Absent.
A new PSA by the nonprofit group Communities in School, hoping to make a difference.
Jacob O., grade 12, absent, because housing was absent.
The group, now serving 3,500 schools, battles absenteeism through mentors who connect students and their families to local resources to help them stay in school.
As the school year starts, this is a call for new beginnings, new renewed attention to our most vulnerable students who often go without support. And the support, that's the difference, we believe, between access and opportunity.
I'm tremendously optimistic. The human connection is the most important aspect to a child's development.
Education is one of the most important things that kids need in order to be successful and to set them up for future success. It's one of the most important issues you have to solve.
So important to solve this. And reasons that kids say they are missing school, they can vary. Anything from mental health, lack of Wi-Fi for assignments, even staying home to help care for younger siblings. If you want to help and volunteer, you can do that and help the problem of absenteeism by contacting your local PTAs or the YMCA to mentor students. That would be a great thing to do. The organization Communities in Schools has chapters across the country that can help connect you too. So important, guys.
Yeah, so important.